What is up, guys? It's me, Mukil, and welcome back to my channel, The Brain Poppers, the place where you can know it all. As we all know that I have concluded my last series, Beyond Earth, I am happy to come back with another new series, World Great Leaders. This series will be really interesting. In a way, I would be choosing the world famous leaders across the globe who created world history. This series will not be so traditional, speaking about their biodata. Also, it will have some unknown interesting incidents happened in their life. Hope you will enjoy it and continue the support you guys have given me. And I am going to start with Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great was born on or around 20th July 356 BC at Pella, the capital city of Macedonia, which is now part of Greece. King Philip, his father, was a brilliant soldier who created a powerful army. He left his son Alexander a mighty inheritance, the kingdom of Macedonia, the powerful and cultured city-states of Greece. Alexander was a brilliant military commander who had conquered the entire known world in the Mediterranean region. His empire stretched all the way from Macedonia to the Indus River. In 15 years of conquest, Alexander never lost a battle. Alexander's military tactics and strategies are still studied in military academies today. From his first victory at the age of 18, Alexander gained a reputation of leading his men to battle. After securing his kingdom in Greece in 334 BC, Alexander crossed into Asia, the present Turkey, where he won a series of battles with the Persians under Darius III. 100 years after Alexander had marched his troops through the territory, Greek traditions were discovered in places such as Bat in Bactria, which is now in Afghanistan. Now let's know it all about Alexander. Powerful parents. His father, King Philip, was a brilliant soldier who created a powerful army. His mother, Olympias, was a tribal and beautiful princess who kept poisonous snakes as pets. Olympias was headstrong and known for her strange behavior and violent temper. She was determined that one day Alexander would follow his father's footsteps. Aristotle as tutor. Alexander's father hired Aristotle, one of history's greatest philosophers, to educate the 13-year-old prince. Aristotle taught Alexander about medicine, philosophy, morals, religion, logic, and art. Aristotle gave him an annotated copy of Iliad, which Alexander later carried on his campaigns. Gordian knot. In the Persian city of Gordian, a flock dedicated to the god Zeus was bound by ropes tied in the complicated knot. Legends said that anyone who could untie the knot would reign over the whole for the east. When Alexander marched into Gordian, he didn't waste time thinking, but pulled out his sword and simply slashed the knot in two. Now he believed he would lead the world. Alexander's horse. When Alexander was 8, his father gave him a splendid horse, but it was so wild that the royal grooms were scared to go near him. Alexander ran up the rearing and boldly declared that he would tame it. He noticed that the horse was terrified of its own shadow in the bright sunlight. So he led it into the shadows, spoke to it gently, and then pat gently on its back. He named it as Bucephalus. His father was so proud that he told Alexander to find a kingdom big enough for his ambitions. He said, "Macedonia is too small for you." Alexander's last war. In 326 BC, the Battle of the Hydaspes in India is the fourth and last pitched battle fought by Alexander during his campaign of conquest in Asia. The fight on the banks of the Zelam River was the closest Alexander came to defeat. His feared companion cavalry was unable to subdue fully the courageous King Porus. Hydaspes marked the limit of Alexander's career of conquest. He died before he could launch another campaign. Mystery in Alexander's death. In 323 BC, Alexander the Great fell ill after downing a bowl of wine at a party. 2 weeks later, the 32-year-old ruler was dead. Given that Alexander's father had been murdered by his own bodyguard, suspicion fell on those surrounding Alexander, most notably his general Antipater and his son Cassander. Some ancient biographers even speculated that Aristotle, who had connections with Antipater's family, may have been involved. In modern times, medical experts have speculated that malaria, lung infection, liver failure, or typhoid fever may have done Alexander in. Alexander's body was preserved in a vat of honey. Plutarch, the Greek philosopher, reports that Alexander's body was initially treated in Babylon by Egyptian embalmers, but leading Victorian Egyptologist A. Wallis Budge speculated that Alexander's remains were immersed in honey to stave off decay. A year or two after Alexander's demise, his body was sent back to Macedonia. By controlling Alexander's body, Ptolemy aimed to be viewed as the successor to his empire. Okay guys, that's the end for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and make sure to like and subscribe to my channel The Brain Poppers. Goodbye!